Hi everyone, and welcome to this, my video on, well, basically using recursion with transition matrices. Now, the title in the Cambridge textbooks goes on for about 47 words. It's almost a paragraph, but I've made it a little bit shorter. Now, welcome to my video. My name is Darren from Maffs Guru. Hopefully you have found my content before, but if not, lovely to see you. Now, behind me, we have the learning objectives, and this is basically a continuation of all the work we've done on matrices. So we're going to understand now what a state matrix is, be able to understand how we can use matrix multiplication to come up with a rule to find state matrices, and understand what it means by the terms long-term or steady state. A lot of this work is really a precursor to the year 12 work. And again, if you're not in Australia, don't worry about what that means. All the videos that you could ever need are on mathsguru.com. So hopefully you'll head over there. And while I'm at it, do me a massive favor. If you can, would you subscribe to my YouTube channel? Why? Well, nobody watches maths content. You're probably only watching it because you've been made to. So just subscribing and leaving a comment saying, hey dude, thanks very much, would be greatly appreciated. Right, okay, so as I say, we've looked into the idea of what we've been doing in matrices before, and we're now going to build on the idea of recurrence relationships. Do you remember those from our financial stuff that we would have already have done previously? So something along the lines of you would have V0 equals 2, and V of n plus 1 is equal to V of n plus 2, for example, right? A really silly recurrence relationship, but the idea here is that we know that we have a start term. All sequences have to start somewhere. Now, we can choose where it starts, or the question will choose where it starts, but it starts somewhere. And then it says, to get to my next term, I take my current term and add 2. So if I was doing that sequence, my first term is 2. To get to my next term, I add 2. So before, get my current term and add 2, which would be 6, and then 8, and then 10, and then 12. And so really, we're creating the 2 times table there. Now, recurrence relationships are really, really useful. Why? Because once we know a number in the sequence, we can get to all subsequent numbers. But there's a problem. What if I wanted to get to the 50th number in the sequence? Well, I don't really want to go through all the previous 49 to get to this 50th. So it'd be really, really good if we could turn this recurrence relationship into a rule. Now, in finance, we've done that. That's awesome. Can we do it in matrices? Well, hopefully we can. But let's start with some initial language. And we're going to talk about the initial state. Now, the initial state is the start of something. Previously, you could describe this as my initial state. It was my initial number. It's how the sequence started. Now, I'm going to pretend that I've basically going to open a car yard, and I'm going to do some sort of hire companies, and I've got some BYDs and some Zeekas. And if you don't know what a Zeeka is, oh, it's an amazing car. And I'm going to open up, and I'm going to have 80 of each car to rent. So that's my initial state. I'm going to start with 80 cars. And the way we'd express that in matrices is using that. So normally we start with an S0 to stand for my initial state. I'd put 80 and 80. And it is really important that you put the labels on the matrix. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Matrices are there to model real-world situations for general maths. And we got to say, well, BYD and Zeeka are there. Now, as the weeks go on, if you know anything about hire cars, some people decide to return the hire cars back to me. Other people will return it to a different, hire company I've got somewhere else. And so it goes on. So actually, it might turn out that although on the first week of opening, I start with 80 and 80, my second week would have different values, and my third week would have different values. And that all builds on the work we did in the last video on transition matrices. So here is an example of a question that we can sort of deconstruct. Children at a fair can either go on the Ferris wheel or the merry-go-round. At the start, 140 children went on the Ferris wheel and 80 children went on the merry-go-round. Now again, here, the minute I see the word start, they're saying to me it's my initial state. Right, so I know my initial state's got to start with S0.